The customer side is basically driven by sales. The culture side is driven by how often you run food. And that seems silly, but our front of the house runs food and it's a teamwork dynamic. And so we track and measure who runs, right? We just keep tally of who runs. Got a little clicker. It's a silly little deal. Sometimes we just do it with hash marks, but our expo is trained to kind of keep track of who's running. The value part of it comes from selling, what we call the DADs, the drinks, appetizers, desserts, and specials. So I've got people who perform higher in sales, but they don't sell those value added items. And I've got people who do both of those really well, but they don't run food or help contribute to the culture part of it. So we look at the delta of all three things. So I've got to pull different reports. I've got to take manual data entry for the food runner report. I've got to sort the report based on items that were sold to see who sold the DADs. Then I got to do it on a sales value to see who sold the most, but then I have to weight that based on what day of the week they work and what time, right? Because I'm going to have somebody who's going to look really, really if they only work Monday through Thursday and they don't work Friday, Saturday, Sunday in a brunch concept. Like you're smoked, you're dead, right? So there's weighted value to it. And we really get this finite. And then of course we look at the percentage of tips, and that's a whole different report. I have to look at a tip report, and we want to attach that average tip percentage per person guest check, number of DADs that were sold, and their contribution to the team culturally. So that's 4 different reports I have to pull to be able to distill down this really, really comprehensive team ranking piece that we do, this employee report card piece that we do. And man, when people get their report card and they see that they're an aggregated B- employee, they're shocked. They're like, my sales are so high, my tips are so good. Yeah, but you don't upsell anything, and you suck at bussing your own tables, clearing your own tables, and running food. And so we measure those 3 things. It's an interesting little measurable, and we don't do it every single day, but we do spot check that on the weekends, and it's telling.
Very cool.